Be honest for a second. If your life depended on it, could you actually point to Uzbekistan on a map? Probably not, right? But today, in this explainer, we're diving into literally one of the most historically significant places on planet Earth. It's a country that absolutely shaped human civilization as we know it, yet it's just sitting there, completely hidden in plain sight, right in the middle of Central Asia. Seriously, picture a blank globe. Central Asia is this massive geographical blind spot for so many of us. We just kind of gloss over it. Exactly. But that isolation you might be picturing, it's not just an illusion, it's completely baked into the geography of the place. Get this, Uzbekistan is what's called double landlocked. That means not only does it have zero coastline, but literally every single country surrounding it is also landlocked. You'd have to cross at least 2 international borders just to see an ocean. It's this crazy geographical quirk, and they only share that status with tiny little Liechtenstein. Section 1. Center of the ancient world, the crossroads of antiquity. Let's dive right into this, because it's exactly that extreme geographical isolation that turned this specific spot into the beating heart of the ancient world. So for over 1,500 years, the legendary Silk Road, all 6,400 kilometers of it, ran smack right through Uzbekistan. We're talking about cities like Samarkand and Bukhara. These weren't just quick pit stops to water your camels. No, these were the ultimate hubs of immense global wealth. Basically, every single piece of silk that ever made its way to medieval Europe passed directly through here. Now, what's really going to blow your mind is the sheer scale of time we're dealing with. We all revere Rome for being ancient, right?
Right, but Samarkand has been continuously inhabited for over 2.5 millennia. It is exactly the same age as Rome. Just wrap your head around that.
And the history here is just rapid-fire epic. In 329 BC, Alexander the Great rolls in and captures the city. Then jump to 1220 AD, Genghis Khan shows up, completely destroys the place, and rebuilds it. Then in 1370, Tamerlane decides, yep, this is the crown jewel of my empire. Every legendary conqueror fought tooth and nail for this one piece of land. And speaking of Tamerlane, also known as Amir Timur, he's arguably history's most forgotten conqueror in the West.
Which is completely wild, because the guy built an empire that stretched all the way from modern-day Turkey to India. He was born right near Samarkand, and his monumental tomb still anchors the city today.
Moving on to Section 2, Gifts to Human Civilization, a Cradle of Knowledge. Because it wasn't just conquering armies passing through. This entire region became an absolute epicenter for global thought and intellect. Have you ever heard of Avicenna? He was born right there in Uzbekistan back in 980 AD, and he is essentially the father of modern medicine. His masterwork, The Canon of Medicine, was literally the standard medical textbook used in European and Islamic universities for over 600 years, 6 centuries. And the way they've preserved their history is just staggering. Right now, housed safely in Tashkent is the Uthman Quran. It dates all the way back to the mid-7th century. We are talking about one of the oldest, most historically significant manuscripts in the entire Islamic world just sitting right there. Section 3, Modern Extremes, Gold, Melons, and Space. Let's fast forward a bit, because modern Uzbekistan is this wild land of contrasts, and it all starts out in the harsh Kizilkum Desert. The economy brilliantly illustrates just how wealthy that land actually is. They've got the Murantal gold mine, which is literally the largest open-pit gold mine on Earth.
They are easily a top 12 global gold producer. This single massive resource accounts for nearly half of the country's entire export economy.
But you know what else they take surprisingly seriously?
Melons. Yes, melons. They grow 150 different varieties there, which is more than any other country on the planet. They are so incredibly prized that they used to be sent off as high-level diplomatic gifts.
But they aren't just stuck farming the old-fashioned way either. In 2022, Uzbekistan literally sent tomato seeds up to the International Space Station to study plant genetics. Yeah, they're hoping to figure out how to develop new crops that can survive extreme desert climates. It's this amazing collision of ancient history and space-age food science. Section 4, Modern Tragedy, The Vanishing Sea. Now, we do have to shift gears and pause here for a moment, because you really cannot understand this region without looking at one of the most devastating environmental disasters in human history. The Aral Sea used to be the 4th largest lake in the entire world. But back in the 1960s, Soviet irrigation projects started diverting its rivers.
The consequences were just catastrophic. Within a single human lifetime, this massive, thriving sea shrank down to a tiny fraction of its original size.
The reality on the ground today is profoundly haunting. You have these formerly thriving fishing villages that are now stranded dozens of miles from any water at all.
Today, they just sit out there in the middle of a toxic salt desert, totally surrounded by these huge, rusting ships that are just permanently stranded in dry sand. It's an immense ecological and human tragedy.
Section 5, the bigger picture, reclaiming the map. So, as we pull back the lens here, how do we process this incredibly complex nation?
Well, the crucial point is this. Uzbekistan is so much more than just a blank space on a map. It is the beating heart of the Silk Road.
It's the birthplace of medical foundations that literally keep us healthy today.
The ancient seat of empires that easily rivaled Rome, and yes, the site of a profound modern environmental warning. Most people have never given a second thought to Uzbekistan. But if a place this absolutely vital to our shared human history can be completely overlooked by the wider world,
What else are we missing on the map? Thanks for joining us, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next Explainer.